Time once again for Money TV. I'm Don Baillargeon. Thanks for joining us. Money TV is the program all about money and what makes it happen. You know, I always laugh when someone asks me for ID when I'm purchasing wine or spirits, as I turned 21 sometime in the 1970s. But it still does happen from time to time. Made me think of all the everyday things we as Americans are required to produce valid ID for. Now, in the airport food court in Newark, New Jersey, you can be 75 years old, but if you want a beer with your hot dog, you're going to need ID. A smoke shop can ask for ID before they'll sell you cigarettes. Medical marijuana dispensaries are required to ask for ID. You can't open a bank account without an ID. You're asked for ID at department stores when you pay with a credit card. If life has dealt you a tough card, you can't apply for food stamps without an ID. You can't get welfare without an ID. If you can't find a job and you want to apply for unemployment, that's not going to happen unless you produce valid ID. And if you want to apply for a job, fork over ID or forget about the gig. If you're retiring and want to apply for Social Security and Medicaid benefits, guess what? Can't get that done without an ID. We live in a society where everyone seems to want to know who you are. Rent a house or an apartment? No ID, no luck. Get a mortgage and buy a house? Pull out the ID. You want to rent a car, buy a car, or even drive a car? Well, if you're unable or unwilling to show ID, you're walking, my friend. Just try to get on an airplane without an ID and see how far you get. Have you fallen in love and want to get married? No ID? No, I do. You can't get a hunting or fishing license without an ID. You can't buy a gun without an ID. You can't even adopt a dog without an ID. The closest thing you're going to get to renting a hotel room without an ID is the couch in the hotel lobby. The pharmacy will not sell you your prescription without an ID. You can't buy certain over-the-counter cold medicine without ID. And CVS won't sell you nail polish without ID. If you want to donate blood, you need ID. Buy a can of spray paint, you need ID. Buy an M-rated video game, you need ID. You want to organize a rally to protest all of this ID stuff? You need to show ID to get a public event permit. It's almost impossible to live life in the 21st century without showing ID, but there are those in this country that say requiring ID to vote in an election, to be able to prove you are who you say you are, that you're indeed a lawful U.S. citizen possessing the right to vote and make decisions that affect our government and the way we live, requiring an ID to do that is racist, road blocking, an obstacle course, an attempt to disenfranchise voters. There's only one reason to oppose requiring an ID to vote in an election, and that is if it's your intent to defraud that election. End of argument. Now here's something there's no arguing about. Our toll-free number, good from anywhere in the world you're watching the program, 888-259-4449 for information about our featured guests. When you do call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our Money TV newsletter. Again, toll-free, 888-259-4449. On your mobile phone, just text Money TV to go 800 or 46 800. Be sure and visit us at moneytv.net. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.